Okay, we good now. We are definitely good now. Hold on, not all the way. Yeah, just got some comments I gotta clean up. That was said recently. I was wondering if it was gonna be talked about, but it don't look like it will be. So, but yeah, I was sitting back, and this kind of just like fell in the way actually. But they was asking Andy Ruiz about Andre Ward trying to fight Joshua, and Ruiz said everybody wants to fight Anthony Joshua, but he's still a dangerous fighter. He said, I don't know about Andre fighting Anthony Joshua. I think that's a hard fight. Jake Paul, I think that's actually a little better. Hey, Ruiz feels like Jake Paul will have a better shot at Anthony Joshua than Andre Ward. And this man is a professional boxer. This man is a professional boxer. And he thinks Andre Ward has no chance against Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul has more of a chance than Andre Ward. And Andre Ward is a legend in the sport. And that's crazy. Ruiz said that like he's a made man in boxing. Like, yeah, man, Andre Ward, man, come on. Jake Paul, that's a better fight than that. So really, it sounds like no respect for Andre Ward's fighting style or career. Didn't even think twice about it. That man didn't even think twice about it. He like, nah. So if everybody's wondering why Jake Paul sneaking in the game like this, it's over. If a if you got boxers confirming things like that, it don't matter what a fan say. Yeah, it don't matter what the fans say. You got guys now saying legends in the sport. Nah, Jake Paul. What is that about? Yeah, Andre Ward is a older guy, but you telling me if him and Jake Paul was on the street, you would give Jake Paul a better chance right now? So that means he don't think what Andre Ward can compete with a Tommy Fury. These dudes insane, bro. Don't know boxing. 9 times out of 10, we ain't gonna never see him coaching nobody for real. He probably watching from the sidelines, but and the crazy thing is, I seen his son sparring recently. I'm like, oh, okay, doing his thing. I'm not sparring, but hitting the pass. I'm like, okay. And this guy talking about Andre Ward. What, talking like he's less than what Jake Paul right now? I don't know what's going on. Dude's just trying to get on the fight card or something. Maybe they kissing up, but I don't know. Maybe Andre Ward been too soft over the years. What's going on? And I got one question. Let me see. Let me look at something real quick. They say Andrew Ruiz was born in Imperial Valley, California. Oh, okay. No loyalty to your California brother. I see what time it is. You would think Andre Ward being from Cali, he'd be like, oh yeah, you know Andre Ward all day. All day. Andre Ward for sure. That's not even a question. This is why dudes is in the ring with Tank right now. Because you got people like this cosign, they can do all that, whatever they want with that Tank stuff. You got pro boxers out here cosigning Jake Paul like he's above an Andre Ward. Come on, man. And to be honest with you, I had to sit back recently. I'm like, man, to be honest with you, Andrew Weeze, that little win over Joshua ain't looking too good right now, anyways. You can hold on to it as much as you want, but yeah, it don't look too good, anyways. Then you can stop Luis Ortiz. Come on, man. Don't even let me get into that. Well, like I was saying, the things that's being said right now is ridiculous. This dude think Andre Ward is just like some kind of Joshua still dangerous. If he's still dangerous, sound like dude's trying to get another fight, man. That's all it is. That's what it sounds like. But not really. To actually say that he said Jake Paul, I think that's actually a little better. Shout out to Jake Paul, man. Nobody's doing it like him. Probably because he's been active. He's bigger, taller. He's a natural heavyweight, and about to fight Tank Davis. This dude talking about Jake Paul, a natural heavyweight. He about to fight Tank Davis. Come on, man. I don't want to see Jake Paul fight. I mean, you don't want to see Anthony Joshua fight Andre Ward, but you'll watch Tank fight Jake Paul. Come on, man. That make no sense, bro. These dudes really hurting the game, man. Maybe we let too many people in right now. That's probably what's going on. Probably letting too many people in right now. Andrew Weeze out here talking crazy. If it was an interview where I was like, yeah, I can't really take dude serious no more. This is the one. This is the one. This is definitely the one. This dude sound crazy, man. gonna say Joshua's still dangerous. When? Come on, man. This is nut hugging all over the place. You nut hugging Jake Paul, and you nut hugging Anthony Joshua. This dude said Joshua's still dangerous. When he gonna prove that he's still dangerous? Yeah, he don't sound like he's trying to compete at all. Yeah, he's not trying to compete. Everybody wants to fight Anthony Joshua. How does everybody want to fight Anthony Joshua? Do this dude forget that he was a late replacement? Come on, man. Like, bro, reality got to start kicking in, bro. Did Andrew Ruiz forget that he was a late replacement for Anthony Joshua? Very late. Talking about some everybody want to fight Anthony Joshua. Still tripping. It's not a lot of heavyweights checking for Joshua like that. I mean, they would like to fight, but everybody's not running around just calling him out every interview. That's not what's going on. I don't know what world he live in, but dude definitely needs to wake up. Definitely needs to wake up. And the stuff I've been hearing, I see why I've been hearing what I've been hearing. I see now. I see why PBC ain't really messing with the heavyweights like that no more. And the only reason dudes was over there is because of one guy, anyways. These dudes don't appreciate nothing, anyways. Tell me over here happy. Then Joshua was looking at him crazy after the second fight, like he like, I want a rematch after he lost the second fight. Joshua looking like, man, who is this guy? He looked like he didn't even know him. Like, who is this guy? Just fought him for 30. Just fought the guy for 30 something minutes. Joshua looked at him like, bro, who is this guy? Who is he? I don't even think he even brought him up since the fight. Yeah, man. Still running around giving compliments to people who don't think highly of them. That's peasant work, man. Running around handing out compliments to people who don't even. That's nasty, bro. This is nasty behavior. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The way he's running around and handing out Valentine's Day cards, it's ridiculous. This is why the heavyweight division don't got no activity going on right now. This is why there ain't nothing going on. You got dudes who won one fight with a lucky punch. Now they running around like they done had a whole career. They did something. Come on, man. Please. Like, cut it out, man. It'd be funny the way these dudes is funny. Andre Ward and these guys both from California. That's why that regional stuff, it only work for certain demographics. When it comes to regional, yeah, that stuff, it's iffy. That's why you really can't trust it. Andre Ward from California, Andrew Ruiz from California, he like, nah. Jake Paul, I think that's actually a little better. Jake Paul is a better option than Andre Ward in anything in boxing is a horrible statement. And the fact that it shows how powerful the media and everybody else is out here to run around with those kind of statements. It's crazy. I need to be pressure washed, man. That's crazy. Dude just running around saying this. And he ain't really on that level to even be talking like that. When it comes to Andre Ward, he shouldn't even be talking like that. Yeah, when it comes to him, he shouldn't even be talking like that. Talking about Joshua Dangerous. They be choosing what fighters get knocked out and which ones they want to say they're still dangerous. Let's see what Ruiz had to say about Wilder. This guy's funny, man. He's a funny guy. Yeah, he's a funny dude, man. Where is it at? Where is it at? 2 weeks on. Now he has taken it. Yeah, man. Ruiz, he had a chance to fight different guys. Didn't make it happen. Didn't make it happen. This man called Wilder a duck, but wanted more money. These dudes insane. Nah, Andy over here, out here protecting him, man. Andy's. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I look at Andy like a failure today. He said that Jake Paul is a better fight for. He thinks that Jake Paul will basically beat up Andre Ward. Basically, from what I'm reading, this man said everybody wants to fight Anthony Joshua. I think because of the blueprint that he has now, I feel everybody think that they could beat him, that he's an easy opponent, that he can't take hits no more. But he's still a dangerous fighter. He's a heavyweight. I don't know Andre Ward fighting Anthony Joshua. I think that's a hard fight. Jake Paul, I think that's actually a little better. Shout out to Jake Paul, man. Nobody's doing it like him. Probably because he's been active. He's bigger. He's taller. He's a natural heavyweight. Students. I don't, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I can't wait for dudes like this to get out of the sport of boxing. I can't even lie. I'm tired of these one hit wonders, bro. We gotta get these one hit wonders out of boxing, bro. I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's a real thing, and it's a real issue. We gotta get these one hit wonders out of boxing, bro. For real, for real. Got to. It's way too many one hit wonders. This dude is definitely a one hit wonder. And he's from California, which makes it worse. Andrew Ruiz is from California, and he looks at Andre Ward like, bruh, Jake Paul. So you pick Jake Paul over Andre Ward right now? Yeah, he. I think I was thinking that, but then I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, he trying to get on Jake Paul card. But then I'm thinking about it. He trying to get a Jake Paul card and an Anthony Joshua rematch. But my thing is this right here. This man said Andre Ward. Jake Paul is probably actually a little better. He didn't say, well, Andre Ward and Jake Paul, that's actually a good fight. Bro, you got to keep these boxers away from these podcasts, bro. If this is what boxers are going to say on podcasts, bro, don't even do it. Don't even do it. He said, well, yeah, Ward called out Joshua like 7, 8 years ago. Yeah. I'm glad PD said this. He the only person I seen say this. I ain't even know that far away. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even know Andre Ward been retired that long, but didn't feel like it. But yeah, he called him out that long ago. And I'm glad PD actually said that. Because I'm sitting here tripping. I'm like, bro, Andre Ward called this man out a long time. This is old news. This so old, man. I don't even know how old it is. I'm thinking it was 4 or 5 years ago. That man said 7, 8. Yeah, that's disrespectful for I mean, I'm thinking in my mind, okay, Andre Ward is like 40, probably 39, 40. So how many boxers around that age would you actually give Jake Paul a chance of actually beating? It's not too many. So to say that about Andre Ward is very disrespectful for Andrew Ruiz to say. Now, if Jake Paul walking around, he's at a natural heavyweight. If he's walking around 240, 230, 240. So from what I'm hearing, he's saying Jake Paul is humongous. So he don't need to get in the ring with with Tank. Let me put this question there real quick. He don't need to get in the ring with Tank then. If he get in the ring with Tank and he's a natural heavyweight, that's crazy. Yeah, he trying to get on a card, but that explains that Andrew Ruiz ain't got. Only reason he was around was for a Wilder fight. So here it goes. Uh, Although there was speculation earlier, such as Coach Virgil Hunter mentally mapping a super fight plan during Ward's 2017 uh, Kovalev victory, Ward was speaking hypothetically years later about moving up. These weren't direct public callouts. For example, in 2019, Ward revealed via social media that before retiring, he considered big name fights with he considered fights with big names, including Joshua, but framed it as fantasizing rather than making a direct public challenge. In a Talksport interview, he also discussed how he was confident he would handle Joshua if he ever moved up in weight, more as commentary than a formal challenge. My thing is this right here, and I'm gonna say this: If David Benavidez can get named with Usyk right now, people say he should fight Usyk. They want David Benavidez to move up to heavyweight. They want Zerto to move up to heavyweight. So they never even put options out there for Andre Ward to really go to heavyweight. They didn't put the money out there for him to do it. If you look at the money he's made, he was definitely looking for heavyweight type of money because he wasn't getting the huge paydays with the fights he was getting. Like if you look at Andre Ward's career, he didn't get a real payday for real. Not a mega payday like I don't even want to talk about it again. Y'all know what time it is. He ain't getting no major paydays in his career. Undefeated in the sport of boxing. From what I've heard, he turned down no major fights. So they didn't put anything in the way for him to actually get challenged in a real way. So Anthony Joshua was the only challenge I've actually heard they've thrown out there, and the only person that really brought it up was him or some commentator or somebody. Every time he looked for a big money fight, dudes was like, "No, I ain't trying to do it." So for Andrew Ruiz to say that, it's like, uh, that dude don't watch no boxing when he go home. He just go to the gym and go home. That's it. He ain't watching no boxing. Yeah, we can't have guys like that out here talking about other people can't box if they can or can't. Not saying that he did, but I don't care how many years they've been pro. Dudes talking like that, nah, you can't trust it. That's why J. Paul is validated, bro. How you knock down Anthony Joshua and all of a sudden you like, yeah, not Andre Ward, but J. Paul. Your career is like that now? You ain't do nothing with that Joshua win, huh? That's crazy, bro. He said he always knew Joshua had holes in boxing he could expose. Yeah, he knew that. We always knew those holes that Andrew Ruiz took advantage of. And Andrew Ruiz think he smarter than what he really is. Bruh, the only reasons that Andrew Ruiz disadvantages was actually an advantage against Joshua. He's short, fat, but he got fast hands and he got short arms. And those short arms actually made it difficult for Joshua in the inside. And that's how he was able to catch him after he got hurt. But Joshua hurt him in the first place. And he just got hurt trying to hurt him. And he just got to him before guys like Wilder could. Let's be real. Let's be honest. That's why the whole thing is a joke right now. And people don't give him credit for that win. They act like that fight didn't even happen. So yeah, man. These dudes are insane out here. He's talking like he really did something in boxing. These dudes beat one guy, Milli Vanilli, and act like they a whole legend, superstar. Yeah, these guys think they busted Douglas for real. Yeah, nobody else would have did that. Nah, Dubois did it and he did it easier. Yeah, Anderson fighter Tama. That one guy, what's his name? Terry Moana. I think he's a Olympian. He called out Atama. That'll be a good fight. I'm not even gonna lie, that dude got some skills. He can crack a little bit too. Yeah, Atama got some guys he can run into for real. Yeah, Terry One was a Olympian. Yeah, he can crack too. I want to see Andy fight him. Andy versus Atama. I think Atama will get Andy up out of there. Atama ain't gonna play with him like Joshua. Joshua, he has a hard time finishing guys sometimes. I don't think Atama had that problem. But Joshua almost had Andy up out of there. The second time, he was like, instead of trying to finish him, I'm gonna just beat him up. Yeah, couldn't even handle the win, bro. One win. Come on, man. This dude had one win and changed his whole life. Come on, man. And I picked him to beat Joshua. I'm gonna be honest with you. I picked the man to beat Joshua. I was like, this dude can beat Joshua, man. But bro, you ain't did nothing after that. If y'all see his last fight he had with Big Baby Miller, just go to the end of the fight when they're about to raise hands and everything. It's, I've never seen a man so tired in my life, and I'm not saying that because he's fat or anything like that. People say he was fat after the second fight with Joshua, and I say he's not out of shape or fat. He's just bigger, but he's not out of shape. Bro, look at that last fight he had with Big Baby Miller. The man could not breathe. I've never seen somebody so out of breath in my life, especially in a boxing match. Like Zane, he ran for some water. And I seen Frazier Clark sit down in the ring. This man was out of breath, like at a whole nother level. And that's when I realized I told people he wasn't out of shape during the Joshua fight. In that Miller fight, this dude was so out of shape. He almost needed a gurney the way he was breathing. I'm like, yeah, this dude's no way you can get in a fight with Joshua or anybody right now like that. I think Joshua would have still beat him just based off of his stamina. His stamina's not even good to get in the ring with anybody and give a whole bunch of rounds. If he don't crack you or get you out of there early, and it seems like his power ain't really there like that right now against Big Baby. He had chances to crack him, but Big Baby was just out there boxing him. No stamina. I was like, yeah, if you watch him fight Joshua the second time, he had stamina. That Miller fight, oh no. And then he's around like 35 right now to be that big with those bones, be carrying that weight for those rounds. You're taking and you're not active. He's not a skinny guy, you know what I'm saying? He's not an Inouye or a Chocolatito. He's not a skinny guy. He's a big guy, so it's gonna take a hard time for him to even try to bounce back and get another two fights, one or two fights. I think anybody right now that get in the ring with Andy got an advantage because he's probably the least active fighter right now out of the heavyweights. And then he's talking about. Then I'm hearing, hearing the things about money and everything else. So I don't know what's going on, but it's hard to come by with a heavyweight fight. If you don't get your chance when it comes up, somebody else will pop in. We see Miller coming up to fight up for Frazier Clark, not Frazier Clark. So what's the dude named Wardley? Miller was supposed to fight Wardley, and he was supposed to fight Chisora. Everybody like, yeah, I feel bad for Miller. Not really, because he was supposed to fight Chisora. Then he was supposed to fight Wardley. Pulled out of both fights. Then was supposed to fight uh Anderson. You know, the top rank situation happened recently with that. And then Hunter, we seen what him and Don King had going on. So really, it's kind of his fault he's not fighting. So I don't feel bad for him either. He had an opportunity. And a lot of these guys trying to get big money fights and have done nothing in the heavyweight division. All these guys trying to call out Wilder because they want a quick payday. They ain't calling nobody else out because they ain't trying to fight nobody. They're not trying to put in no work. They're not fighting for legacy right now. They're trying to get a big payday. That's why guys is patting Jake Paul on the back. And Andre Ward ain't had no paydays like some of these guys. Some of these guys like Ruiz and other guys have had bigger paydays than some of the legends in boxing that just retired. That's why guys is talking like that. Like, yeah, I got money too. I ain't got Jake Paul money, but I got Andre Ward money. So yeah, that's crazy, man. That really is. For that to be a stigma to go around, well, yeah, I would like to see Anderson or Tomado in the ring. But for that to be a stigma going around that people can really pick at Andre Ward like that, take shots at him, that should be a. If people can say that about Andre Ward, they can disrespect any boxer. And people will say, well, Andrew Ruiz is a boxer too. Yeah, but he's not on that level. Though. Come on. Let's be real. Never will be on that level, to be honest with you. Maybe we give Jake Paul a chance against you. How about that? I give Jake Paul more of a chance of beating Andrew Ruiz than Andre Ward. How about that? Because people forget, they'll say, "Oh, wow, they ain't fought nobody," but he knocked out Luis Ortiz twice, two times. Then Ruiz got in there with an older Ortiz and couldn't get him up out of there. So we already know what level you on. That's why people like, I don't want to fight Ortiz. He's not good. He's an old man. Yeah, I know why you don't want to fight him. You seen Ruiz over there struggling with him, and now y'all trying to age the old man out. They're trying to age out a lot of Cuban fighters, man. I see what's going on. They're trying to age out Lara. You would think Lara being a legend in the sport, that people will say, hey, you know what? I want to fight him. Let me line up Lara real quick. They ain't trying to line up a Lara fight. Well, yeah, we gotta see what Anderson bounced back from. I think Jerry Anderson gonna have to build himself back up a little bit. I ain't like how he looked his last fight. I think that was the one in New York. I didn't watch the whole fight, but most of it I seen. I think I watched the whole fight. I seen it the end of it earlier. Then later on, I seen the beginning. Yeah, but it's crazy what I'm seeing on boxing right now. It's like, dang, they taking shots at the legends out here. It don't get no better than Andre Ward. It ain't his fault that the era he was in, everybody chose to be weak. As soon as he left, everybody started jumping weight classes. Oh, okay. I see. Guys fighting Kovalev, but not Andre Ward. Yeah, we know what time it is. Then we being nice, giving guys credit for picking and choosing who they want to fight. That's great. Now, people will sit up here and say right now, and I'm going to tell you how people are hypocrites. They'll sit up here and say, oh, well, why Terrence Crawford ain't fighting Benavidez if he's going to 168? Okay, why Canelo ain't fight Andre Ward if he was gonna go to 175? Make that make sense. If he's going to 175, why would you get Kovalev and not Andre Ward? But people will sit up here and say, why would Terrence Crawford go to? You know why. The same reason why Canelo didn't go get Andre Ward, and everybody made a big fuss about him knocking on Kovalev. Kovalev really went out bad, bro, to be honest with you. And I thought I was over exaggerating about the Caleb Plant fight, but I don't know. Caleb Plant, he put on a good performance, but I still feel like he went out bad because, at the end of the day, without that knockout and Kovalev getting destroyed by Canelo, they made Canelo look unstoppable. They made the man look unstoppable, especially Kovalev. Going in there for a straight up payday. I was like, man, this man just fought. I don't know what I had going on around that time, but I realized, I'm like, hold on. They're talking about Kovalev having a fight coming up with Canelo, but he's about to step in the ring with Yard. And I said, last time I checked, Canelo fights, what, around September? This dude hopped in the ring, man, and got knocked out. Got knocked out and got a pass for getting knocked out. Like a sucker. But you'll have dudes like Andrew Ruiz be like, yeah, I get Jake Paul. Man, shut up, bro. Please. You the same dude that probably talking about Kovalev. Like, shut up. I don't even want to hear dudes play like that. Especially him. He ain't got the car to be talking like that. He should have said, man, I don't know. Get all that. This dude out here talking about some, yeah, well, Jake Paul, that'll be better. That's why Jake Paul running around doing what he doing right now. It don't matter what a boxer says. Jake Paul gonna get the bag no matter what. If he getting a bigger bag, if a boxer, it's at a point right now, if you're a boxer, if you ain't getting the bag with Jake Paul, you ain't getting the bag. So I see why Andre Ward want to fight Jake Paul, but with Joshua, nah. For him to say everybody want to fight Joshua, it ain't too many people calling out Joshua right now. This man lying, man. You don't even got Wilder running around calling Joshua out. Not too many people calling out Joshua. And calling out Joshua don't mean you're gonna get a payday. That's what I'm saying. Andre Ward wanting to fight Jake Paul. Why not? Everybody else called out Jake Paul. But he's been called out Anthony Joshua though years ago. Years ago. And did I think he had a chance? Yeah. Did I know that he was undersized? Absolutely. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm seeing certain things now and it's confusing me. Guys that was around the same size as Andre Ward have went up to heavyweight in boxing history all the time. And he's better than most of those guys. So to say that he doesn't have a chance, nah. How about he get in the ring with you? And you put the bag up. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. The way Andrew Ruiz stamina was, Andre Ward probably beat the brakes off of him. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It might sound ridiculous, but that dude's stamina was so bad the last fight I seen from him. I don't trust him past 4 rounds. You last 4 rounds with him, guarantee you gonna win. You know it's sad when Big Baby Miller is not even breathing at the end of the fight. And this dude weighs like 1,000,000 pounds. And Andrew Ruiz over there, this dude sucking air out. I'm like, this dude really sucking in air. Yeah, he's not beating anybody like that. I wouldn't even trust him in the ring with Jake Paul. I'm being serious. If Andrew Ruiz was to fight Jake Paul right now with his stamina, he might lose. And I picked the man to beat Joshua. I'm telling y'all. With the stamina I seen the last fight, he's not beating the Jake Paul. Andre Ward will beat him. It's a lot of heavyweights that beat. He's the least active heavyweight out of all the heavyweights. He hasn't been fighting anybody. The man has left Canelo's camp, got with other trainers. Since he's fought Joshua, he's had 3 fights. He fought Joshua 2019. He fought Chris Arreola, who dropped him in the second round. Luis Ortiz and Jarrell Miller. And couldn't get Luis Ortiz up out of there. Yeah, so a lot of guys don't want to have people snatch that win away. Yeah, because Chris Arreola dropped him in the second round. What, second round? And that was what, PBC fighter. So he was over there getting dropped by PBC guys before he even went over there with That's why he probably think, yeah, he's dangerous. Because he was over there getting dropped by all kind of people. Yeah, he lucky he didn't fight that much. If he had to fight like everybody else, he'd probably already be retired. Andrew Ruiz is a one-hit wonder. No disrespect to him, just being real. He's a one-hit wonder who's putting respect on J. Paul's name because that's what he's had to do to get through his career. He ain't did nothing in the sport of boxing, do nothing. Nothing at all. Got lucky with Joshua. Got in the ring with Joshua before Wilder. Everybody know Wilder would clean Joshua out. We already know this. Nobody's checking for Joshua except Andrew Ruiz and Andre Ward. Let Andre Ward fight that man if he want to. Why would anybody be against any boxing match being made for a legend in the sport who's been underpaid? So guys like Andrew Ruiz can fight Joshua and get lucky. And then off that one win, look for payday after payday after that. And then magically you boxing when Turkey Al-Sheikh is in the sport of boxing. Man, the only reason Turkey even checking out for heavyweights in the first place is because of one guy, and then they Anthony Joshua. Talking about when Andre Ward ain't. Man, please. People wouldn't even know who Kovalev is if it wasn't for Andre Ward. Well, nobody checking for Kovalev like that because before Andre Ward fought Kovalev, they wasn't mentioning Triple G or Canelo with Kovalev. Soon as Andre Ward beat him up, took his confidence away, then everybody started trying to show up and fight him. They ain't fight the guy who beat him though. Yeah, they just putting respect on guys' name for no reason. And this is the problem with boxing right now. Then you have fans go out regurgitate stuff like this and be like, "Oh, well, Andrew Ruiz said, that's the guy who knocked out Joshua, so he know what he talking about." And that's how Jake Paul is walking through the game, like, "Oh, okay, put respect on my name. You ain't even did nothing in the sport of boxing to hold your own. You gotta respect me." Yeah, I like the changes though because it's gonna see how you gonna find out people ain't really got standards like that. The changes in boxing is gonna reveal how, bro, ain't no real standards. People be like, "Oh, they hurting the sport of boxing." Man, please, these dudes be co-signing a lot of the stuff to be hurting the sport of boxing. A lot of stuff that hurt the sport of boxing gets co-signed all the time, 24/7. They don't want to see. They'll rather see They'll rather see Tank Davis in the ring with Jake Paul than Anthony Joshua. That don't make no sense. Uh, that just that just doesn't make sense, man. Then you'd rather see Jake Paul fight Tank than actually see an Andre Ward fight Anthony Joshua. And we trying to figure out how we done got here in the sport of boxing. Are people serious? They have more of an uproar for Anthony Joshua and Andre Ward fighting than Tank Davis and Jake Paul. Bro, what is going on in sports right now? This is crazy. Them HBO days ain't do nothing for Andre Ward, man. That's crazy. It ain't gonna be able to compete with that YouTube like what Jake Paul doing. It can't compete with it. It's a new generation. It's over with, bro. It's over. If you're a legend in boxing, you finna get disrespected. And they gonna play favorites badly. That's crazy. People complaining about, oh man, they got YouTubers. Take out and fight YouTubers. Bro, everybody is being pushed to fight YouTubers. Bro, every time they put a fight together with real boxers, people don't want to see it. Every time they say we want to see two real boxers fight each other, people say I don't want to see it. But then when you hear somebody mention Jay Paul name, well, that's what they doing now. That's what they doing now. That's what it is now. It's just no appreciation for the guys who actually brought heavyweight division back, put on the real fights. They open up the floodgates so they can roll out the red carpet for Jay Paul. It's just nasty, bro. It is. It's crazy. What's up, John? What's up, dog? Yeah, I want to see Yard fight. I definitely want to see Yard fight. Yard is always a good fight. Yard was actually, I think he was a big reason why that Conor Ben and Eubanks fight was the way it was because before that the energy was kind of low, and then when Yard fought Arthur, man, as soon as that fight started, the energy got high, and I had Arthur going 12 rounds, so I was like, man, he need to go 12. I had him losing though, but yeah, that was a good fight. But yeah, I don't know why people thought that Arthur was a weak opponent. But from what I seen, when he tried to knock out, well, Bibble tried to knock him out, just didn't happen. It was too hard. It was way too hard to knock him out. He was doing a lot more moving on the ropes than Canelo did against Bibble. So yeah, he wasn't gonna do any damage. But yeah, Anthony Yarde is probably top five most exciting fighter. He don't get no credit for it, but I think the only fight I didn't like, well, the last fight he had with the I don't know who the guy, not Lennon Arthur fight, but I think the fight before that, it was exciting, but the dude wasn't that good. But it was still a good fight. Yeah, he like top five most exciting fighter though. He definitely up there. Him, Benavidez, Bam. Got to put Crawford up there. And the fifth one, I don't know. I got to think about it for a minute. Got to think about it for a minute. Because people will say Tank, but I don't know. People made a big deal about that Haney versus Lomachenko. You have to put Haney up there top five. Well, not if you put Wilder up there. I would put Wilder up there, but then Haney would be honorable mention over Tank Davis or anybody else. Because that Loma fight and a couple of other fights were too exciting. Yeah, but Yar, he would definitely be on the list. But against Benavidez, I don't know, man. I haven't seen Benavidez fight a style like this. Because, this is kind of like a matchup that Morrell just took. It's kind of like the same guy. And we seen how that fight turned out. Yeah, but who knows, man? Benavidez is a guy who throws a lot of punches. So I see him doing that more so than just getting one clean shot on Yard. If Yard can hold up, but I don't know, man. I have to see. He looked like he took a step back the last fight, even though he won. He looked a step slower a little bit. Yeah, but I think he's still a big deal. If he can get him upset over Benavidez, this will be huge, man. He definitely has to make this fight happen. Go out there and get the win. He get a win over Benavidez, bro. He'll be his career will be back into the mix in a big way. Uh, yeah, but I like what's going on right now, man. But I thought the Andre Ward and Joshua fight would have been good because Andre Ward, look, that's what I would have did. I would have said boxing. I guess the boxing industry. I don't know what's going on, but I would have said, yeah, man, Joshua. I mean, let's get Joshua and Andre Ward in the ring together. I would have tried to get Andre Ward in the ring with at least a yard or somebody. Paid him some big money too. He always said, "You pay the money, definitely I'll make it move." They don't even want to pay these guys to put on certain fights like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of a boxing fan. That's a fight I want to see. It's crazy. People don't want to. They don't have no other options for Joshua right now. I would throw him in there, but yeah, Yard would have been a good fight for him if he would have been still active, especially a couple of years ago, around the time that Kovalev fought him. That would have been a good fight. Wasn't too much going on though. And then people are saying that Andre Ward should. He dude scared as hell, but for somebody to fight Anthony Joshua, dog. I'm gonna be real with y'all. These dudes are so scared for somebody to fight Anthony Joshua. So scared. I would see if it was a waste of time. Bruh, it's Andre Ward. What boxer don't want to have Andre Ward on their resume? It's Andre Ward. And this is boxing. This ain't NBA where a dude turned 40 and he done. What boxer don't want to have Andre Ward on his resume? From what I seen, Joshua wanted to do it. That's why I give respect to Anthony Joshua. This ain't got nothing to do with him. You know, I might disagree with him on a few things, but Anthony Joshua did some man stuff. He ain't called Eddie Hearn or he like, man, let's make it happen. So I respect Joshua for doing it. It's these other people who's not taking a punch. You got Anthony Joshua want to fight Andre Ward, but you got dudes out here that not finna take a punch. Talking about some, why don't Andre Ward fight Bitterfield and Bivol? Bruh, Joshua just said he will fight him. So what? That made Joshua a coward because he accepted the fight with Andre Ward? Like, grow up, man. Quit trying to pick sides and just stay out the way sometimes. That's how people get hit. You got two grown men who take punches for a living. Been fighting everybody on earth. Like they Scott Pilgrim. And this man running around talking about some, yeah, but Jake Paul will be better. Come on, man. Get out of here. Get that guy out of boxing. No wonder they don't have him as a commentator. His biasness can't get out the way of himself. I see now why a lot of boxers are commentators. I'm pretty sure, people have problems with the ones we have now, but bro, from what I've seen, it gets worse than that. It's probably the best we got. It gets worse than that. Yeah, it definitely gets worse than that. I seen Hitchens do commentate. He did a good job. Somebody else did too. I think Shakur, somebody else. But yeah, these other guys, they don't know what they looking at. These guys are not students of the game. They don't know boxing history. They don't even know what's going on now. This dude, Andy Ruiz, don't even know that Andre Ward is one of the best boxers to ever live. He doesn't even know that. PBC need to have an orientation over there or something. The hell they got going on? For real, for real. Yeah, man, as a boxer right now, I feel bad for these guys because it's a lot of Jake Paul nut hugging going on because guys can't build up a career on their own like Deontay Wilder. They talk about how he can't box, but damn, go do you got to win over Anthony Joshua. Go build up your own career. Make something happen. I don't like these guys who got to leech off somebody else to make something happen. Figure out your career. You've had every opportunity to get it done. 3 fights in the last 6 years. No more excuses. Get it done. Get it done. You got dudes who won one big fight looking for paydays, and everybody else fight 3 or 4 times a year. Like, bro, you're not carrying the sport, bro. You're a leech. That's it. We got too many leeches around here getting celebrated and patted on the back like they doing stuff. They ain't carrying the sport. You got fighters now that can't even remember stuff that's going on. I'm seeing a fighter I've been watching recently. I'm like, I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm like, man, bro ain't fought in like a year. Why is he talking like that? Then you look at his resume, you like, oh, okay. He done fought some guys. He ain't fighting 3 times in 6 years, looking for a big payday. Yeah, that's crazy what's going on right now. They better fix it though. A lot of these heavyweights getting exposed right now. It ain't no heavyweights right now making anything happen in the heavyweight division. They talking about how everybody brought back heavyweight boxing and who brought it back. Well, show me who the hell brought back heavyweight boxing right now. Because y'all ready to hand off uh, heavyweight division to Moses Atama. Ready to hand it off. Then you got people coming to me recently talking about, oh, well, America ain't got no heavyweights. The UK got, if they got heavyweights, why are they skipping everybody else and going straight to a 20-year-old and saying that he Mufasa now? How is he Mufasa and what everybody else is? So it can't be that strong over there if they passing everybody else and going straight to him. Man, stop the cap, man. It's all these lies that people telling. It's starting to come out, and I ain't gonna scream about it. I'm just gonna look around, and I'm gonna just look at what's going on. I'm gonna just react because I see what time it is right now. I see what time it is. Everybody want to have this whole America versus UK and the heavyweights. UK heavyweights ain't doing nothing right now. Period. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury ain't doing nothing. If their name can't be attached to Wilder's, it ain't nothing going on. How about that? Nothing. McCauley had his performance over Jared Anderson, and everybody, that's when I seen, okay. So if you beat a American heavyweight, even though the guy's almost 10 years older than him, you got a damn American prospect basically fighting a guy who's been a sparring king for the last 10 years. I'm like, man, get out of here, bro. Y'all celebrating that? I was looking at that last year. I'm like, bro, y'all celebrating that as a win? Okay. And a year later, looking crazy. Looking crazy. Knowing the man really lost his last fight. Let's keep it a buck. He really lost his last fight. Really lost his last fight. And kind of helps my argument when I said what I said about Jerry Anderson in that Bacoli fight. When you look at what FA did to Bacoli, kind of helps my argument. That's why Sugar Hill, old boy, Sugar Hill, that's one trainer you're not finna see Joshua working with. Him and Tyson Fury might have the same type of trainer, but Sugar Hill is never gonna be there. But yeah, the heavyweight division though, they better pick it up. They better pick it up as heavyweights. They better pick it up, man. I'm telling you, nobody. That's why I tell people, I'm not the smartest guy. I don't know everything, but I'm gonna tell people right now. For some reason, I be studying and knowing heavyweights like a like a son of a gun. I'm telling you right now. People really jumped the ball on the heavyweight division a lot, and they really got really foul at the mouth and disrespectful. And it's a lot of people walking back a lot of stuff they said about certain fighters, especially when it comes to Wilder. They walking back a lot of stuff right now because these guys ain't they don't want the smoke. They looking for paydays. They don't want the smoke. They ain't trying to fight nobody. They're not trying to push the heavyweight division forward. They milking it right now like a cow. Ain't nobody got no big fights being talked about or named. They trying to throw Jake Paul in the mix. These dudes ain't even doing nothing. They trying to throw Jake Paul in the mix. And they waiting on Usyk. Then they got the 20-year-old coming in. Oh, save us. That's not good, man. The bragging, what year is it? It's 2025? I don't want to hear about no bragging until 2035. I need total domination for 10 years. Ain't no way. Turkey out of the sheet showing up, now everybody getting scared. Nah, I want to see total domination to 2035. I don't want to hear about heavyweights. People be jumping the gun on this heavyweight domination way too much. They don't know heavyweights like that, bro. I'm no cap. People talk about heavyweights way too much. They better off talking about the flyweights down there, the minimum weights, 108, 115, and all those guys. They need to talk about flyweights because with the heavyweights, people jump the gun way too much, way too much. Then they call guys can't box. Man, what? You'll see. You'll see. Matter of fact, right now, the fact that Moses Tama is being pushed straight to the top, that let me know everything I need to know. That let me know everything I need to know. I haven't heard people name too many guys who. And then I'm gonna tell you something else. People said, oh, it was disrespectful. Joseph Parker felt disrespected that people thought that he'll just go out there and get knocked out by Wilder. I haven't heard him saying that he felt disrespected that people think that Moses Tama knock him out. 20-year-old heavyweight. Let's be real. Ain't did nothing yet. Definitely a promising talent. Has done nothing yet. But when they say, oh, he'll knock out Joseph Parker, yeah, I bet he don't feel disrespected now because a lot of people think that. Yeah, I be liking to see the biasness, bro, a little when they want to pick and choose. Oh, and you know what I like about Moses too? He didn't jump around and celebrate uh knocking out Dillian White in the first round like dudes did when they went 12 rounds with Deontay Wilder. Moses is a real professional, bro. Like, got real respect for the guy, the young guy. He's a game changer. These other fake heavyweights that's running around boxing, acting like they're doing something, he's actually exposing them. Because he's saying these guys ain't doing nothing. I can do what they doing at 20 years old. I'll make your resume look bad. So him knocking out Dillian White like that actually makes a lot of guys' resumes look bad. But I think Dillian White's still a good fighter though. Got it out the mud. Doesn't have a lot of experience. But at the same time, what I've learned about boxing is the young generation will expose. All that ducking and hiding, this guy's ducking me and that guy, yeah, you will be replaced one day, but it might not be. You might be replaced by somebody who's worse than the guy that you said that was ducking you. Or it might be younger with less experience. You might turn into a stepping stone by trying to use somebody else as a stepping stone without actually fighting them. Because as we seen, as if you look at a lot of these guys' resumes, they're not mixing it up like that. Like, mix it up, man. Dudes is 38, 37, 32, 33, 30. Got guys 40. Yeah, mix it up, man. You got the young guys mixing it up a lot more than some of these guys. Then they're talking about, yes, this guy should just retire. Bro, let this guy get like 4 or 5 good fights in and then hang it up. They may be wasting the talent in the heavyweight division. Who knows? Depends on what happened over the next 18 months. It might be talent wasted. But right now we in 2025. We got until 2026, the end of 2026. We're gonna keep an eye on this heavyweight division, but they may be wasting a lot of matchups. I think Turkey Al-Sheep been doing a good job, but outside of that, it's still been a lot of things going on with promoters. But I've seen a couple of heavyweights already get, I wouldn't say aged out, but they could have got a lot more fights than what they got at the end of their career. Chisora was almost pushed out the door around the Joe Joyce fight last year. He almost got pushed out the door. Even before that, when he fought Gerald Washington over there in the UK, he almost got pushed out the door. So yeah, it's not like these guys are super active right now, just mixing it up. Like what are we doing? It's a lot of good names still. I think it's a lot of good names. I like the way they integrating the bridgerweights and the cruiserweights, taking some guys from cruiserweight, having them fight bridgerweights, and then go to heavyweight. Yes, I like the way they're doing that, but because you still got Solomon, you still got Terra Moana still coming in. He's 27, 8-0. Tom Schwartz is still only 31 years old. And Tom Schwartz fought Fury years ago. And he's only 31. So yeah, it's a lot of names at the heavyweight division, but yeah, like Dave Allen was a guy that they almost tried to retire recently. Yeah, they got to mix it up a lot more. They have to. Without the heavyweight division, boxing not going to move the same way as it should be. It's good for Usyk to dominate right now, and even Moses Tama coming up, but you still got to have more heavyweights. You can't just have one guy and hoping that Jerry Anderson or somebody else going to get it done. That's not going to happen. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Appreciate checking out the live, man. I'm trying to be on here later on. But I'm holler at you guys later on, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. John, PD, everybody for checking out the live.